In the Legend of Zelda series, there are many interesting races and tribes, and chief among them are the Gerudo. So will the Gerudo tribe return in Breath of the Wild? Well, as we're about to see, there's some evidence suggesting that this just might happen. Let's take a closer look, shall we? We know that the Gerudo are a tribe of thieves that consists entirely of women, with the exception that every 100 years, a man who is destined to be their king is born, with that king being Ganondorf. Moving forward to Breath of the Wild, Nintendo's latest screenshot, which featured the previously seen horse trading post or training academy from a different angle and which may have revealed Beetle's presence, also revealed this red flag on a post, which at first glance doesn't appear to have any significance. Coupled with Nintendo's recent concept art of the workers at the horse trading or training post, it's easy to dismiss the red flag as simply the color most associated with the workers in that post. However, as we'll cover shortly, this isn't the only evidence linking the Gerudo tribe to Breath of the Wild, and a closer examination of this flag suggests a similarity to the red flags we've seen in the Haunted Wastelands in Ocarina of Time, which marked Gerudo territory. Before we go over more evidence suggesting the Gerudo tribe's return, let's first take a quick glance at the red flags which marked Gerudo territory in Ocarina of Time. Prior to entering Gerudo Valley to cross the desert, Link must follow these red flags in order to avoid getting lost in the desert. However, that's not the only area where the red flags are present in Ocarina of Time, as they can also be found in Death Mountain, where the Gorons reside. In fact, we're told by the Gorons standing next to the Dango's cavern that a Gerudo in black armor, no doubt Ganondorf, used magic to seal the entrance of the Dango's cavern with a boulder. Thereafter, we see the same red flag that we had seen in the Haunted Wastelands, and this flag likely represents some sort of territorial dominion exercised by the Gerudo, especially given the Goron's comments about Ganondorf. Now, switching back to Breath of the Wild, in addition to this flag that is present in this screenshot, we've seen another red flag in the Game Awards video from December 2015, which adds more fuel to the fire. However, perhaps even more significantly, we've previously seen Link in Breath of the Wild wearing the arm guard straps which bear the Gerudo design, and which are similar in style to what is worn by Ganondorf himself, making it more likely that the Gerudo may play a role in this game. After all, why would Link wear arm guard straps bearing the Gerudo design if the Gerudo weren't present in some manner in the game? To make matters more interesting, even in the most recent Life in the Ruins trailer, we can see Link with arm guard straps bearing the Gerudo design when he's standing with the Master Sword resting and strapped behind his back. As I and others have speculated in prior videos, this picture may be from the past, possibly before the Calamity Ganon's ruinous actions, or even from the present. Now, when looking at other scenes from the Life in the Ruins trailer, we also see this picture with Link kneeling down near what could be Princess Zelda. However, the Gerudo design is conspicuously absent from Link's arm guard straps. Could this be from a different time period? Is it possible that when Link is wearing the arm guard straps with the Gerudo design, that it's from one period, whether past or present, and when he isn't wearing it, it's from another? Given the fact that Link's arm guard straps bear the Gerudo design, and considering that in at least 2 places in Breath of the Wild we see the red flags that have at least some resemblance to the red flags seen in Gerudo-controlled areas in Ocarina of Time, these red flags may in fact signify some sort of territorial marking by some group, likely the Gerudo. As noted in Wikipedia, a flag is a piece of fabric with a distinctive design that is used as a symbol, as a signaling or identification device, or as a decoration. So while it's entirely possible that the flag from this screenshot may simply have no significance, given everything we know, it is more likely, in my opinion, that the red flag is there for a reason or for a purpose, signifying, identifying, or otherwise marking a territory that belongs to the Gerudo. This would, of course, be an interesting development, given the Calamity Ganon's destruction in this game. If the Gerudo are involved, what's Ganondorf's involvement? Is he completely absent, or is there a possibility that he is involved in one era and the Calamity Ganon is involved in the other? To better understand the scope of these questions, it's important to note that the Gerudo are not necessarily an antagonistic tribe towards Link, unlike the Gerudo's king, Ganondorf, who obviously is. In fact, in Ocarina of Time, the Gerudo tribe later in the game were somewhat friendly towards Link, as they awarded him with the Gerudo membership card after he was able to free the carpenters from the Gerudo fortress, and the Gerudo can be seen happily dancing along with the other friendlier tribes towards the end credits of the game. And let's not forget that Naburu is one of the sages in Ocarina of Time. Nevertheless, if these red flags do represent the Gerudo, it's likely that the flags are placed in these places to signify areas over which the Gerudo exercise dominion and control. Assuming that the Gerudo are present in Breath of the Wild and have control over Hyrule during at least some point of time, can Ganondorf exist given what we already know about the existence of Calamity Ganon, which according to the old man is not an individual but is instead referred to as it? Well, yes, it's entirely possible that at one point or era in the game, Calamity Ganon exists, and in another point or era in the game, it's Ganondorf, or just Ganon. Let's not forget that in the linked ending of the Oracle games, it's revealed that the events of the two games were started by Twinrova, Kwami and Kataki, who are Ganondorf's surrogate mothers and are clearly in Gerudo attire, in an attempt to resurrect Ganon via the Dark Rites. There, Twinrova referred to him as Ganon, Gerudo King. Interestingly, in Breath of the Wild, the monks in the shrines referred to an individual simply by the name Ganon, not Calamity Ganon, which the old man makes clear is more of an entity, an it, rather than a he. As such, it's completely possible that in Breath of the Wild, during one period or era, the Gerudo are present and are led by their king, Ganondorf, or Ganon as referenced by Twinrova in the Oracle games and by the monks in the shrines in Breath of the Wild, and during a totally different period or era, we have Calamity Ganon, potentially a different being than Ganon or Ganondorf himself. Those are my thoughts as to this new image from Breath of the Wild and the potential for the Gerudo's return. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is this a possibility, or is it reaching for the straws? Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Gagz Gaming, by clicking on the link on the screen. Please hit that like button and share this video with family and friends. Thank you.